So, first of all, we want to know what is your message from the work life balance perspective? What do you think the younger generation needs to think and keep in mind?
Actually, work life means what happens, you have to concentrate on the work also. You have to be sincere, honest, then only you will be able to complete the work there and get the credits or get promotion. For everything, your working habit will be based on it, isn't it? You be on time, do your work properly, day to day work, then only you will be able to impress your superiors. Same time, you have to manage the house also. You are not home, your children are there, your parents are there, your in-laws are there. For each and everything, everybody we have to satisfy. So here also we need to concentrate or we have to be sincere. So when we have to balance both, you should have a nature also very soft, very kind, affectionate, then only you can do the work. Otherwise, you can't do anything. Unless you have patience, you are not able to manage both. Everywhere, patience is necessary. Otherwise, we can't manage at all. Because we have to maintain time. Time is most important. You can't dissatisfy your superiors or you can't. Same thing happens at elders also. Because elders need your help, they need your affection. Then only they will also be happy. You can keep them happy only with that, not with the money. Money can be earned in any way, otherwise, the life is gone. When there is dissatisfaction, all problems will arise. When they are not happy, naturally, all problems will arise at home. That we are ignoring them, we are not taking care of them, because they might have done same thing to bring us up. They will do so many things. They also will sacrifice and do. Here, same thing, if we do, we also sacrifice some things. We can be happy. We can keep everybody happy. To keep them everybody happy, somewhere we have to sacrifice some things, little things. This is my opinion.
Very nice. So, you've been an educationist all your life, you've been a teacher.
Uh,
So, what would you say about the education and the pressure that children go through nowadays to study and everything? Like, do you think that that it has to be a different way we look at education altogether?
See, in education also it happens the same thing. Children are pressurized. It is not, we can't say that they are not able to do it. Children can do wonders. But it depends everything on the management, how it makes the timetable or it makes the curriculum. The curriculum should be made in such a way that children should study each and everything without any pressure. Management pressures the teachers, teachers have to pressure the children. The curriculum should be easy. See, now my children, my both the sons studied in Don Bosco in Bombay. There, in Maharashtra, the education system is completely so easy for the children. And so standard wise also it is very high standard compared to Karnataka here. In first standard they were studying only language and maths. First and second. In third standard they introduced languages, science and social studies. Gradually they used to improve and increase the standard. So by fourth and fifth, they were so able to do everything. Only 20 minutes of homework they used to do. 20 minutes. Either first and second, they used to have only the spellings or maths little. Bus. All the time they used to watch the TVs. They used to play. It was like a playful study. But here now in Karnataka they are pressurized like anything. They are carrying such load on their back. I don't know, it depends upon the government to decide everything. They have to follow some ideas or some remedies for the children to improve their knowledge. Because we mold the children in the lower classes. If you go to primary and KG classes, we are molding them there. To mold them, you should introduce cultural. They should be able to know everything around them. They don't know anything. Just they are forced to watch TV, and through TV they are observing or they are learning everything. Sometimes they may learn more also, what is not necessary, or sometimes they may copy also. So to avoid all those things, they should be trained in the school itself. There 6 hours they waste with us. 6 hours of their daily life go waste at school without studying properly. If you make them study, if you teach them in the school itself, there is no necessity of tuition or there is no pressure for the parents. But it is not happening. The curriculums are made like that. Only to pressure the children, they write such a big answers. How can a small child remember those things? If they are made to answer in one word, one sentence, easily they will develop. Let them study. Make them read. So reading habit cultivates. Through that they will do it on their own. If they are taught the phonetics in the KG classes, naturally they will read the books automatically, what they want. Otherwise, the child is not having complete education. Education is not only to take the certificate, they should be trained in both how to lead a family, how to go to a market and buy the things, how to bargain and buy the things. They should be taken to the market along with them. They should be taken everywhere. They should get the knowledge right from the childhood. Then only they will be a perfect man or a woman, and they will be the perfect citizen. They should be taught everything. They should be taught culturally, spiritually, philosophically, everything from the childhood only. Then only it will be a perfect man.
Right. So you talked about being a good citizen. So of course, like we all see Kishore Jagadar sir as a role model for how much he does for the country.
Mm-hmm.
How much Kishore Jagadar sir is doing for the country, we see him as a role model. So you tell me about what you think a good citizen should be like, seeing from your times to now. How does a child or a person become a good citizen for the country? What must they do? How must they think?
That's what. If you are not, if they are not brought up in all these fields, they can't be a good citizen. See, some children, they can't sing national anthem properly. They don't stand properly in the assemblies. Who has to teach them? They should be trained in the school. The schools should conduct all this, all the discipline in the life. When they are not taught discipline in the school, how will they be trained? Naturally, they don't be a citizen. A person who don't respect the national flag or the national anthem, or to stand straight in the assembly, who don't know how to stand in a standardized position, how can he be a citizen? When he has to be a perfect citizen, he should be trained or he should be brought up in such a way, giving respect to all. Respect to the government, respect to the law, follow the orders, then only he can work. Otherwise, he can't be. Automatically, when they are trained in all these things, they cultivate. Automatically, it will cultivate in their blood. See, I was going to Bharat Seva Dal in my childhood. I was attending all those classes. I was the leader in the school for Bharat Seva Dal, teaching the whole school. In those days, there was a practice. The school would send some representatives, train them. They should come and train the school, conducting assemblies. We used to write newspapers of the children every day. Hear the news from All India Radio early in the morning, give only important points. Then we used to have all the articles, everything, story, poems, everything written by children. Put it in the paper. Write the papers. Those days we didn't have typing or anything. We used to write the papers with our own handwriting and make a newspaper and put it on the board during assembly. So this practice we had in the childhood. Till 10th we have done all this. We used to have a cultural union in the school, all conducted by children. We used to do all the work in the school. Nowadays, what the children are doing? They break the windows, window panes, they break the chairs, benches. The 10th standard children will destroy everything and go. I don't know why they are cultivated. Sometimes even the parents also make them do this. They also encourage. When we complain about the children, they fight with us. This is not good, because they are not brought up properly, or they are not brought up in a disciplined way. They have not studied in such schools. So most of the time, the schools also do a lot of things. They also don't take care of the children. Just they are interested in collecting money, in donation, influence. So they are also responsible for this. As a teacher, I feel everything should be taught to the children to be a good citizen in the school itself.
I also want to understand what, according to you, is a complete woman. What makes a woman a complete woman?
Complete woman is that's what she has to be. She has to take patience. She has to be a guide to the children. She has to be a leader at home and even in the workplace. Everywhere, sacrifice and patience, only these two can work out. Nothing else. Patiently, we have to face everything and guide them, teach them sometimes. All good qualities should be there. Then only she can be a perfect woman. Kind, hospitality, affectionate, sacrifice. This will work out. Unless we have these qualities with us, we can't do anything. This is what I feel.
So, I know that you sing beautifully. Is there any song that you particularly connect with or you want to sing for me today? Any song, anything. Song, poem.
Connecting this, I don't have anything.
Or anything else, anything that, maybe bhajan or anything that you like to sing. Which is your favorite?
I have not practiced. No.
Anything, just for
ಬಾಗಿ ಭಜಿಸುವೆಯತಿಯೇ ರಾಗದಿಂದಲೇ ನಿನ್ನ ಬಾಗಿ ಭಜಿಸುವೆ ಯತಿಯೇ ರಾಗದಿಂದಲೇ ನಿನ್ನ ತ್ಯಾಗಿ ಕುಲ ತಿಲಕ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಘವೇಂದ್ರ ಗೃಣಿಯೇ ಬಾಗಿ ಭಜಿಸುವೆ ಯತಿಯೇ ಬಾರಿ ಬಾರಿಗೂ ನಿನ್ನ ಚರಣ ಕಮಲವ ನೆನೆಯೇ ಬಾರಿ ಬಾರಿಗೂ चरण कमलवननये
Try again, that last line again.
I forgot.
Any other that you know? Anything else that you want to say?
ये मेरे मन तू कर साई की जय जयकार नाम तू रट ले मन साई नाम की ये मेरे मन तू कर साई की जय जयकार नाम तू रट ले मन साई नाम की साई की नाम की शक्ति जान ले तू नादान बिगड़ी तेरी बनेगी होगा तेरा कल्याण ज्योति जला ले साई नाम की ये मेरे मन तू कर साई की जय जयकार नाम तू रट ले मन साई नाम की साई की धूली जली है कर ले तिलक अंजान साई की धूली जली है कर ले तिलक अंजान दुख की मिटेगी छाया होगा तेरा कल्याण ज्योति जली है साई नाम की ये मेरे मन तू कर साई की जय जयकार नाम तू रट ले मन साई नाम की साई नाम की
One last thing. You have last beautiful voice.
No,
Anebandan
from 1.5 years I have not sung
No, you are so beautiful.
due to
So
this
good.
problem, no?
I have tears in my eyes. It's beautiful. One small request. You have this Ane Bandandane song, no, the children's song. You sing very well, I have heard. You have to sing that for the children, please. Ane Bandandane, that is a children's Kannada song.
Kannada song, that's what I have forgotten the lyrics. I sing.
Little bit.
Tomorrow I can send it.
Tomorrow we are not here.
I know, I'll ask Kishore to record and send. No.
Sing whatever you can now, then you can send me again tomorrow. Sing even one line if you remember. Whatever you remember.
I don't
You're singing
remember.
right. Do you know this song? Bharata song? You know the Bharata? No? One line?
Hmm?
Something like that.
ఆనె బందితమ్మా మరి ఆనె బందితమ్మా ఆనె బందితమ్మా మరి ఆనె బందితమ్మా తొలగిరే 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 ఆనె బందితమ్మా మరి ఆనె బందితమ్మా. It goes like this, but I have forgotten the lyrics now.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much.
I'll send it if you
Yeah,
want.
send it. Yeah. Is there anything?
I'll ask Kishore to record and send it.
Yeah, yeah. Is there anything else you want to add or say, or shall we close it now? Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Cut my photographs. Thank you so much. You're so
Yay.
good. Your voice is so nice, and I just love that feel in your Sai song. I was crying listening to it. Although I'm not a Sai devotee, I'm a Rama devotee.
No, I could